If you thought the Madam Web film couldn't get any worse, a new rumor claims that they are altering the famous Spider Man line. With great power comes great responsibility, completely changing the meaning of the line. Before we get into this, I'd like to ask you please hit that subscribe button, hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss any of our future videos here at the Trent Report. Let's get into this over here at thatparkplace.com. This rumor comes from Scooper Cryptic HD Quality. But before we get into it, I do want to point out that the line, with great power comes great responsibility, was written by Stan Lee in the very first appearance of Spider-Man in Amazing Fantasy number 15. It was written by the narrator, or it was said by the narrator. And you can see right here, last panel of the Spider-Man story in Amazing Fantasy number 15, the two-part story that's in Amazing Fantasy number 15. And the narrator says, an lean, silent figure slowly fades into the gathering darkness, aware at last that in this world, with great power, there must also come great responsibility. So, iconic Spider-Man line, but they're changing it. And this is what Cryptic HD Quality says they are changing it to. When you take on the responsibility, great power will come. So, completely changing the meaning of the original line. Which, if you, well, let's get into this, right? With great power comes great responsibility. That means you've been blessed. You have these great powers. Spider-Man has these great powers, and he has a responsibility to do good with them. He is called to do good. His Uncle Ben, as we now know, is the person who kind of tells him that, obviously made famous in the first Spider-Man film by Sam Raimi, director Sam Raimi, obviously famous by Stan Lee narrating it, or having the narrator say it. But when you have this great power, you have a great responsibility to do good with it. And Spider-Man takes that to heart. He takes that to heart. He understands that responsibility. He struggles with it, for sure. But he also recognizes that he does have a responsibility to do good with it. Now, they're changing it to something that does not mean that. It says, when you take on the responsibility, great power will come. So if you go and do something, then you get rewarded for it. So it's not really self-sacrifice anymore, or maybe self-sacrifice isn't the right word, but it's not really self-giving, I guess, is more of the word, where you give yourself to others because the great power that you have been given, you give it to others when you do good for them, protect them from criminals, help them get across the street, all the things that Spider-Man does, right? But now it's saying, oh, you should do this, and then you will get rewards for it. So the only reason why you should do it is to get the reward. Well, no. You've already been blessed with these gifts, and you have to take responsibility to use those gifts in a good way. You're called to do good with them. That's the whole point of the line. It's in the Gospel of Luke. The Gospel of Luke says, much will be required of the person entrusted with much, and still more will be demanded of the person entrusted with more. This is a timeless saying that Stan Lee encapsulated perfectly in the line, with great power comes great responsibility. And they are completely changing it. It's utterly stupid and just dumb. There's no need for this. Absolutely no need. All right. That is the rumor. Let me know what you guys think about this. Remember to always be charitable, but to always speak the truth.